We're going live right now, my friends.
I love how in the middle of all this modern tourism, the traditional culture.
This is the L2C Media Network, and this is a very late edition of Sports Final by the L2C Media Network. And now here he is, Mr. 100. Save the Max. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? Hey, K-Pos, amigos. How are you? And as Harry said, we have our 100th subscriber. Yes, let us hear us applaud that. Let's applaud. Thank you. All right. How y'all doing? Steve here. Welcome to welcome everybody. Like I said, and we'll tell you who the 100th person is. They're going to get a nice little package from me. Trust me. If it's a lady, we're going to have a while. There we go. A little bit that way. See, where else you going to get a show like this? Anyway. Okay. We got an hour. Maybe not. We were supposed to start at midnight, but things got a little bit interesting. Well, actually, things got a little bit crazy. As both podcasts. My new laptop. Well, let's just put it this way. We're a work in progress. Anyway, glad you're here. This is as posted, a dog of a Sunday in sports. But we'll try to make something out of it anyways. Okay. We're already 2 minutes into the show, and I'm already doing stuff that, well, anyway, you all know me by now that we don't have a script here on this broadcast. We just go completely whack job here. And we all love it, don't we? Yes, we do. Anyway. Let's get to what we love to do here, and that's give you sports. And it was a dog of a day because night 2 of the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show took place, and we got the results coming up. But right now, thanks to our friends at William Hill Sportsbook, we'll remind you, let's make it interesting, but of course do it, as they say, responsibly. Yes. It's time to go to baseball. Believe it or not, we have nothing but final scores. Let's go to it, shall we? The Philadelphia Phillies beat the New York Yankees 7-0. Washington Nationals beat San Francisco Giants 5-0. Atlanta defeated Miami 6-4. Tampa Bay defeated Baltimore 7-1. Chicago White Sox took care of the Detroit Tigers and neutered them 4-1. Cincinnati over Colorado 6-2. The San Diego Padres defeated the New York Mets by a score of 7-3. Seattle. Toronto over Boston. They bent over and just laid a smack on their fannies 18-4. Houston over Minnesota 14-3. Milwaukee over Pittsburgh 5-2. Oakland over Kansas City 6-3. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim beat Arizona Diamondbacks 10-3. The World Series defending champs, Los Angeles Dodgers, beat the Texas Rangers by a score of 5-3, and the Chicago Cubbies blanked the San Luis Cardinals a 2-zippy. 2-zip. Yes, sir, bub. 2-zip was the score. We don't need the injuries. We want the top part. Come on, guys. Give me the top part. Thank you. Let's get you to the NBA. Did the Phoenix Suns do it again? Well, let me tell you. We had some good NBA playoff action. 2 teams, 2 games. Let's go to the first one. Well, actually, let's not go to this one. We'll leave the other one for a surprise, shall we? The Milwaukee Bucks have tied their series with the Brooklyn Nets by 7 out of 6, and the Suns have risen and they have taken another scalp. Phoenix over Denver 125-118 to win the series 4 games to nada. So, wow. What a game. What a game. What a knife. What a joy. What a privilege. Okay, we got one game in the National Hockey League Stanley Cup semifinals. And it was one of the conference finals between the Islanders and the Tampa Bay Lightning. They are the Stanley Cup defending champions, and the Islanders take game 1, 2-1. And boy, was it something weird? It was to an extent. We're gonna try to be done here before 1:30, so. Actually, we're just going to try here. All right, the NBA, Nuggets versus Suns, and Wowski. Nikola Jokic put together an unbelievable MVP season for the Denver Nuggets, but unfortunately was cut short. It ended on a very sour note. Jokic was ejected during Denver's 125-118 Game 4 loss to the Phoenix Suns after striking guard Cameron Payne in the face on a hard swipe of the ball. With the win, the Suns swept the series and advanced to Western Conference Final, while the Nuggets, they went fishing. With just under 4 minutes left in the third quarter, Jokic was assessed a flagrant foul. Penalty 2, which comes with an automatic ejection. It appeared that Jokic was frustrated and took a hard swipe at the ball, but made contact with Payne's face. I personally think he mistakenly thought Payne's face was a basketball. Just my opinion. In the process, the officials deemed that there was wind-up, excessive contact, and follow-through, which led to the ejection. Jokic headed to the locker room with 22 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists on 19 for 17 shooting. The Nuggets put up a valiant effort in the second half behind Will Barton and Michael Porter Jr., but they couldn't muster enough of an offense to keep up with the Suns with Jokic out of the equation. Phoenix dominated the series, but Jokic had a memorable playoff run with 6 games with 32 points or more, a triple-double, and 5 double-doubles. It's a shame Jokic didn't get to finish his team's final game, but it's safe to say the Nuggets would have struggled to come back in this series either way. If you haven't believed, if in this first half of the playoffs, or in fact in the whole season, you didn't think the Phoenix Suns were for real, this has now got to. The Phoenix Suns have a shot at the finals. That is incredible. Okay, let's keep going. We go now to soccer, and the latest on Christian Eriksen. And he is in stable condition in Copenhagen Hospital and has spoken to teammates from the Danish soccer team. We don't have an explanation for what happened. Morten Boesen said, I didn't see it live. I saw it on the screen after it happened. It was a cardiac arrest. He was gone, and we did cardiac resuscitation. How close were we to losing him? Defibrillation. That's quite fast. The examinations that have been done so far look fine. We don't have an explanation as to why it happened. Boesen confirmed that Eriksen had been lying on his side, breathing with a pulse when the Danish team's medical staff got him on the pitch. that his condition deteriorated soon after. Having carried out heart treatment on the midfielder with fantastic and quick help from the stadium doctor and the rest of the emergency services, Bozen managed to speak to the player before he was taken to the hospital. Danish coach Kasper Juhlmann revealed that he spoke to Eriksson via video link and said the Inter Milan midfielder was more concerned with his teammates who received crisis assistance following yesterday's incident. It's typical, Christian, said Juhlmann. I think you're feeling worse than I am. I feel as if I'm about to go training now, boys. But it's nice to know he is improving by leaps and bounds. And we still send the prayers and the best wishes and good vibes to his family, friends, and his teammates for a good recovery. Not a speedy one, but a good one. Okay, we're at 12:34 right now. I think we'll make it about 1:15. That'll be a little something here. Okay. Let's excuse. Let's get you over to NASCAR and get over to the fun thrills of the NASCAR All-Star Race, which for this year was in Texas. And as George Strait once sang, the stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. Yes, they are. In his first season driving for Hendrick Motorsports, Kyle Larson's star has never been bigger or brighter. Why? Because he won the All-Star game, the All-Star race. He continued his hot streak on Sunday night's All-Star night at Texas Motor Speedway, taking the lead from Chase Elliott in the final round, and then holding off a hard-charging Brad Keselowski to win the NASCAR All-Star race and that massively big old $1 million. Holla, holla, dollar, dollar. Here are the final 10. Kyle Larson, Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, Alec Bowman, William Byron, Eric Almirola, Kyle Busch, and Kurt Busch ring up the final 10. This ends the Fox portion of the 2021 NASCAR season. Next week, NASCAR goes back to work in Nashville on NBCSN. This is Larson's second straight All-Star race start that he has won, taking the checkered flag. The last time he competed in it in 2019. Although the All-Star race is a non-points race, Larson's victory marks the third week in a row that he has won a Cup Series event. Larson emerged on top through a 100-lap race that featured multiple shufflings of the running order through inversion. Flipped the running order throughout the course of 6 rounds of racing. Hendrick Motorsports cars once again proved to be the class of the field, or the best in show, if you want to do a little Bow Wow reference. With Larson, Bowman, William Byron, and Chase Elliott all finishing rounds out front. The decisive moment in the race came on the final restart when Larson cut to the outside of Chase Elliott as his teammates raced Ryan Blaney for the lead. Despite Larson losing the lead after Keselowski made a daring 3-wide pass on both Larson and Elliott, Larson was able to stay at Keselowski's right rear quarter panel to take the lead back and then hold it for the rest of the night. Larson is now the 8th driver in history to have won the All-Star race multiple times, joining Jimmy Johnson, Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, Davey Allison, Terry Labonte, and Mark Martin, and Kevin Harvick. With All-Star Week now complete, the NASCAR Cup Series will resume next week. Nashville Speedway. It'll be NASCAR's first time at the track since 2011, and the Cup Series' first race in the Nashville area since 1982. There you go. There we go. Media like we're making possible right now. And if you agree with that, you know that supporting the station right now is flat out good citizenship.
Want to come in first class?
Oh, excuse me.
$20 a month. Every gift we're talking about today, and that includes this exciting set of DVDs with all the shows we've ever made. Check this out. The Rick Steves Europe Anthology is the definitive video library of European
Okay.
100 episodes taken from the fjords of Norway to the canals of France. From the wild coast of
Let's
Ireland-
keep going on the headlines. I'm listening to another show here on YouTube. We're family here.
Explore modern cities layered with history.
There we go.
Europe's festivals,
All right, let's keep going here.
and there are voices who will never see.
As you know, the White Sox beat the Tigers today, but that wasn't the big news. The big news was that Rodon flirted with a second no-hitter.
Any traveler or you.
That's right. Threw a no-hitter earlier this season, back on April 14th against Cleveland. Sunday, he got within a whiff of making history by throwing a second no-no this season. Chicago ended up winning the game 4-1 on the streak of Rodon's no-hitter flirting. We all know how to flirt, don't we?
Understanding that a pledge break like this is how you do it.
Rodon got through 6 no-hit innings and recorded the first out of the 7th. He appeared to move within 7 outs of history, but didn't get the call on a 2-2 slider. That would have been the second out of the inning. A double from Eric Haas on 3-2 pitch followed, and that was it. It certainly looked like a missed call by home plate umpire Pat Holberg. Regardless, Rodon still had a chance to get Haas out, and it didn't do so in the ensuing pitch sequence. Rodon was pulled after the 7th with just 1 hit allowed on 103 pitches. We couldn't know if Rodon would have pulled off the no-hitter had he gotten that call, but it sure would have been nice to see how it would have played out. Instead, he finished with 7 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. There have been 5 pitchers in history to throw 2 no-hitters in one season. Johnny Vandermeet in 1938, Ollie Reynolds 1951, Virgil Trucks 1952, Nolan Ryan in 73, and Max Scherzer in 2015. Roy Halladay did it in 2010 as well, but one came in the postseason. This was for regular season only. Ooh. A tough Sasquatch, don't you think? Yes.
You'll see farms and vineyards. Almost all.
All right. Let's get to one of the most wildest turnaround games in the history of the Australian Football League. That's right. It's the first time we've ever done a report on that. But, wow. The Eagles, the West Coast Eagles, just are having one of their best games, or one of their best seasons. And as West Coast Eagles head to the bye, 8 wins, 5 losses, and equal on wins with 4th place Brisbane. Head to the bye 8-5 and equal on wins with 4th place Brisbane, who have a game in hand and will be bolstered by several returning stars when they emerge to take on the Western Bulldogs in round 15. They had an impossible, it was a wild game, to say the least. Strange, to say the most. Let me just play our latest news here. Anyway, you think maybe, let's see what we got.
Porto's a solid city. Seems entirely of granite. The main track, Avenue of the
All right, it was a big match. How big a match? 85-81. Let's give you the match report. Let's give you the match report. Do we have the match report? Yes, we do.
There are lots of
there we go.
tiled facades.
Let's give you the match report.
Churches that are otherwise just more blocky granite are beautified by these fine blue
And
called azulejos.
it was incredible.
Visit the old train station. Storefronts evoke good times from the early 20th century.
We just
Delightful facades decorate venerable cafes as Puerto
We
seems
just,
to cling to the style of an age gone by. Puerto's romantic riverfront, the Ribera district, is the city's most scenic and touristic quarter. As you stroll, imagine the busy port scene here before this promenade was reclaimed from the river. Carbon Lake River climb up the ladder to the
Do you love this? Well, I know we got a little lazy-boo, but wow, it was a crazy game. If we got it, let's do this. Okay. West Coast denied Richmond completing consecutive hit-and-run missions from Sydney to Perth on Sunday night. The Eagles beating the Tigers by 4 points in a classic battle at Optus Stadium in the Australian Football League. A week earlier, the Tigers were victorious in a fly-in, fly-out assault on the Dreamtime Clash to pinch the 4 premiership points from Essendon. With 1 minute remaining on the clock on Sunday, they look set to repeat the victory. The steady boost of West Coast champion forward Josh Kennedy had the final say, though slotting his 4th goal from the boundary with 37 seconds remaining on the clock. Then the safe hands of former captain Shannon Hearn at the other end, marking the ball deep in defense after Dustin Martin Hail Mary shot with 6 seconds left settled the result. The emerging battle between 7th place West Coast and 8th place Richmond on the ladder was brought forward a week to make life easier for the Tigers. The decision was justified just as the Eagles now have a bye before facing the Western Bulldogs. The 85-81 victory also stopped a small run the Tigers were on, keeping them from winning their 3rd consecutive game for the first time this season. The Western Australia crowd responded to the unusual Sunday night time slot. 50,834 were at the game, and they were rewarded with a game for the ages. There is no public holiday in Western Australia this week, Western Australia. And watching this game was akin to watching 2 heavyweight arm wrestlers. It's not that the lead changed often, but for most of the game, there was only a couple of goals in it. When Kennedy kicked his 4th goal, it was the first time the Eagles had led since midway through the 2nd quarter. Halfway through the final term, though, Shai Bolton kicked the Tigers' 12th goal, and they led by 22 points. He and Dustin Marin looked like carrying their side across the line. But 6 minutes later, West Coast had added 3.2 seconds, and the margin had added 3.2, and the margin was only 2 points, more than 4 minutes left on the clock. The Eagles kicked 4 goals in the last 10 minutes of the game. The Tigers had their chances late. A couple of long shots from Martin, shots on goal, marked uncontested deep in the Tigers' attack. Another young gun, Oscar Allen, nervously slotted through a shot from 40 minutes, with 4 minutes to go after having missed 2 set shots earlier in the quarter. The margin was back to 2 points. Enter Kennedy to polish out the game. West Coast is yet to suffer back-to-back losses at Optus Stadium since moving in on 2018. After the Bombers beat them in the ground by 16 in round 11, this was as close as they ever got. Last time the Eagles lost 2 in a row was round 14 or round 16 of the 2017 season. It's a bit strange that the 2 sides have claimed the past 4 AFL premierships still only play one another once a season. Both West Coast and Richmond have been regular finals combatants in recent years. Last time they played each other twice this season was the year 2000. And by quarter time, Richmond forward Jack Riewoldt looked set looks set to become the 24th AFL-VFL player to reach 700-goal milestone, but he didn't get it. And the past few years have shown us that Richmond's season will build the longer it goes, and oh, will it go good, I guarantee you of it. Midway through the second quarter, Rewall was the only person in the stadium not amazed by Shai Bolton's extraordinary attempt for mark of the year over Tom Barras, picking up the loose ball to slot through the Tigers' seventh goal and giving them a 15-point lead. Wowza. The home side kept themselves in the game with accurate kicking at goal, and then, well, that was all it needed, folks. What can I say? So that was one hell of a great game. I gotta tell you, it was. And if you saw it, congratulations. Can't wait to see how see how West Coast Eagle will pull it 85-81. The final score: Eagles by 4. Wahoo!
It's a story of boom and bust, and then
oh, there we go.
Because of its wool, the region prospered. Wealthy wool merchants built fine homes of honey-colored local limestone.
Let's see here. What else do we have for you?
Oversized churches nicknamed wool cathedrals. But with the rise of cotton and the Industrial Revolution, the region's wool industry collapsed. The fine Cotswold towns fell into a depressing time, becoming sleepy beauties. Because of that, the region
all right, let's
and that's the basis of today's new prosperity. Its residents
let's continue this fun and thrills.
a popular escape for Londoners, people who can afford thatched mansions like these. In England, Main Street is
Boom.
called the High Street. In Cotswold market towns, High Street was built
Excusez-moi, mon
designed
ami.
to handle thousands of sheep on market days. The handsome market town of Chipping Kent has a high street that's changed a little over the King Sea. It's made of the same finely worked Cotswold stone. The roofs still use the traditional stone shingles. To make the weight easier to bear, smaller and lighter slabs are higher.
All right, and well, let's see.
The 17th century market home with its original stonework from top
I
to
think we
bottom.
did NASCAR, did we not? Did we not do NASCAR?
Admire the surviving medieval workmanship.
I should know. Yeah, we did NASCAR. We did the MLB. We're going to do the minor leagues. We did the playoffs of the NHL. And we just did the Aussie footy. We got golf, tennis, and whatever else we got for you. This should be a fun soliloquy. So let there be fun. Let there be merriment. Hey, evening, LDG.
This church probably sits upon an ancient pagan site. How do we know? It's dedicated to Saint Michael. And Michael,
Okay, just giving our little doodad here. Let's get some auto racing. Let's tell you, tell you about what happened in the Grand Prix. We got to do that. The Detroit Grand Prix, if we can, boys and girls. If we have that available. Let's see. We got NASCAR. Let's see if we can. Oh yeah.
Heavy type mansions. Today, with the high cost of maintenance
Okay.
and taxes, some noble families have opened their homes
There we are.
to help pay the bills.
And folks, I gotta tell you, the Detroit Grand Prix this year was a double trip. What can I say? But we are live. Live. Thank you. Thank you very much. We are live. Thank you very much. The parent. Okay, the duel in Detroit had a grand finish and a dramatic one. The duel in Detroit is back. The engines roared Sunday at Belle Isle as the Chevrolet Detroit Grand Prix continued, presented by Lear. Sunday was another exciting day of racing on Belle Isle for the duel in Detroit. And they got another great show and another dramatic finish. Pato O'Ward won his second IndyCar race of 2021 during the Chevy Grand Prix presented by Lear. O'Ward led only 3 laps en route to his win, along with a third-place finish in Saturday's race. The victory let O'Ward take the championship points lead by 1 marker over Alex Palou. That's right. There may have been fewer people in the stands on Sunday, but that only made for better viewing. The temperatures were down, but the energy was up despite the fewer fans. There was just as much excitement. When the racing was finished, crews broke down their cars, loaded up, and went on their merry chase. But man, oh man, what an event that was. Patty O'Ward rallied to win the duel, and they dedicated it to their hospitalized teammate, Felix Rosenqvist. And this is what O'Ward said after he overtook Josef Newgarden in the final 3 laps to win his second checker flag of the season in Duel 2 of the Detroit Grand Prix. Quote, "This is Team Chevy territory. I'm so excited. I'm so pumped to get him." Texted Felix Rosenqvist this morning. The important thing is that he's okay. As you know, Rosenqvist survived a violent crash in duel number 1 and spent the night at Detroit Receiving Hospital. O'Ward told him, "I'm going to win it for you, so this is for him. I told him I was going to get it done. I like to be a man with my word, and so I am. So congratulations, Pato O'Ward, for a good victory." And I tell you, that was one hell of a good race. I will say that it sort of tempered the tempered everything, folks. It was a good race. It was a fantastic race, great conclusion. But Saturdays sort of got tempered by that awful crash. Luckily, the racer is in stable to good condition. Once again, our prayers are with him and his crew, and good vibes as well. Okay, that was truly dramatic. And here's the thing. It was crazily an awesome race, but the drama continued on a drama-filled Sunday, a world apart in Paris, France. That's right. Let's take you to Paris. Yes, Paris. And Z Open. Do we have tennis? Yes, we do. As the king of the clay, Novak Djokovic, came very close to losing the French Open. We're going to try to get you. There you go. It's, there we go. Hey, we're live. We can fumble around. It's called stalling for a bit. Yes.
Well, after we get out of this,
Excuse me.
concerned about not being living in crowds.
Nothing is working.
Big problem because
Ah.
of the pandemic, and people are going to spring back into their travel luck. Barcelona, Madrid, Lisbon, cities like that. Crowded. They're great, but they're crowded.
Come on. There we go. There we go. And once again, I have to remind you. That's okay. And there we go. Jeez. Novak Djokovic left the court to go to the locker room for a little chat with himself after dropping the first two sets of a wild French Open final on Sunday. Part of him worried he was too diminished and depleted to overcome the deficit against his younger, fresher foe, Stefanos Tsitsipas. And another part of Djokovic insisted he would. Guess who was right? Aided by flawless serving down the stretch, a determined Djokovic summoned his imperious best and came all the way back to beat Tsitsipas in a 4-hour, 20-minute men's final in Roland Garros in Paris. The scores were 6-7, 2-6, 6-3, 6-2, 6-4 for his second championship at Roland Garros and his 19th Grand Slam title overall, one away from the men's record shared by Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal. As he met the press, he said this, quote, "There's always two voices inside. There's one telling you that you can't do it, then it's done, it's finished. That voice was pretty strong after that second set. So I felt that it was time for me to actually vocalize the other voice and try to suppress the first one that was saying I can't make it. I told myself I can do it, encouraged myself. I strongly started to repeat that inside of my mind, tried to live it with my entire being. Hallelujah. Praise be to the power." Now, after ending the match with a leaping volley, Djokovic, who spread his arms, tapped his chest and crouched to touch the red clay at Court Philippe Cartier. When he went to the sidelines, he handed his racket to a boy. Man, I love this. In the stands, he said he'd been offering advice throughout. Once the third set was underway, Djokovic felt better, and he played better. After that, he said, "There was not much of a doubt for me." His triumph went from in danger to inevitable. Djokovic did not face a break point in any of the last three sets. He was incredible. If you watched it on NBC, you saw one hell of a fantastic fight. Djokovic became one of three men alongside Rod Laver and Roy Emerson to have won each major twice as a reigning champion at the Australian Open and French Open. That's two of the four. He heads to Wimbledon, which starts June 28th, eyeing another rare achievement. He is halfway to join Rod Laver and Don Budge as the only men with a calendar year Grand Slam. The 34-year-old Djokovic eliminated 13-time French Open champion Nadal, a challenge to the Serb likened scaling Mount Everest, in a semifinal that lasted more than 4 hours Friday night. 4 hours. I could think of a lot of things you could do in 4 hours. Sadly, I can just think about them. I can never do them. That was Nadal's third loss in 108 matches at the Clay Court Major Tournament. Djokovic also defeated Nadal in the 2015 quarterfinals before losing that year's final. It appeared the same fate awaited Sunday when the 22-year-old Tsitsipas had the upper hand against a drained Djokovic. But Djokovic completed his sixth career comeback from 2 sets down and second of the past week. He trailed 19-year-old Lorenzo Musetti 2 sets to none in the fourth round. Djokovic is the first man in the professional era to win a major title after twice facing a 2-0 deficit in sets during the tournament. Tsitsipas said, "Suddenly just felt cold and out of it. I felt like I kind of lost my game a little bit." End quote. This was the first major final for Tsitsipas and the 29th for Djokovic, who also won the 2016 French Open, to go with 9 titles at the Australian Open, 5 at Wimbledon, and 3 at the U.S. Here's what is also the key. Djokovic is 35-10 in 5 setters, including a men's record 32 wins at majors, while Tsitsipas is 5-5. He needed about 100 minutes to grab his lead on a sunny, breezy afternoon with the temperature approaching 80 Fahrenheit. That's about 25 degrees on the old Celsius. And the attendance was limited to 5,000, about a third of capacity because of the COVID-19 restrictions still invoked in Le Paris. The floating on clay can be tricky, and both men took first set tumbles, and they took some clay with them. Hey, that is true clay. Djokovic left him prone on the sideline after a head-first fall near the net post. He said his body felt the effects for about a half hour afterward. Tsitsipas slipped by the baseline, smearing his white shirt and purple shorts with the rust-colored clay surface. It's not bad. While Djokovic switched tops soon after his spill, Tsitsipas kept his outfit on, as if he viewed the mess as a badge of honor, until after losing the third set when he requested a visit from a trainer to help him with a tight hip. By then, the momentum had changed. First set was as tight as it can be. Tsitsipas won 43, Djokovic 42. And Djokovic began his second set with a double fault, swinging forehand volley that landed way long, then got broken with a wild forehand. Tsitsipas broke again to lead 5-2 in that set, and Djokovic pressed a white towel against his face at changeover. After second set, Djokovic just took right off. And he said, after all was said and done, I will definitely remember these last 48 hours for the rest of my life. So will we all. That was one hell of a great performance and some great action from the French Open. I can't believe we are 2 weeks away from the beginning of Wimbledon. Wow. All right. Let's do. Okay. Thank you. Gotta make sure everything is, just right. Okay, let us regale. Come on. There we go. All right. Let's get you some media news for you, and then we'll just automatically go wacky here. Okay. Jerry Rummy, who is a broadcaster for the Boston Red Sox on NESN, left the broadcast due to shortness of breath. He is resting comfortably at a hospital as a precaution. Let's see. Aaron Boone got a little mad at reporter when he asked the Yankee player if the Yankees are getting used to losing. His response, quote, "Get the hell out of here with that," end quote. All right, Showtime's The Kings docuseries celebrates the golden era of 80s boxing missteps in connecting politics. Weather data error saw Hartford listed with a high of 154 degrees on multiple TV station graphics. Wow. That was loud. That was wiki, wasn't it? Yes. Venezuela sent 14 new players to Copa America after 13 delegation members tested positive for COVID a day ahead of the opener. Taylor Twellman took to Twitter to respond to criticism of his Christian Eriksen commentary on ESPN. And Amazon's capture of the domestic League One rights has caused Italy's Canal Plus to refuse to air matches going forward. Wow. Let's see. The NBC booth gave viewers a bit too much detail about Rafael Nadal's hydration status. Hey. Okay, we're nearing the end of our broadcast. For those of us, it'll be a wonder. Okay, let's take you to the action here. We got scores from minor league baseball to give you. We're going to give you those right now. See, we're building to a nice crescendo. In AAA action, Scranton-Wilkes-Barre defeated Buffalo 8-0. Worcester over Syracuse 13-7. Rochester over Lehigh Valley 7-3. Columbus over Iowa 6-3. Albuquerque beat Salt Lake by a score of 4-3. El Paso over Oklahoma City 9-6. Reno over Las Vegas 15-7. Omaha over St. Paul 15-4. Indianapolis a 7-4 winner over Nashville. In 10 innings, Memphis over Gwinnett 7-6. Toledo over Louisville 10-4. Charlotte over Dunham 1-0. Round Rock over Sugar Land 8-6. Sacramento and Tacoma, Norfolk and Jacksonville were postponed due to rain that we made up on Monday. AA action, beep MCO. Let's go to it. New Hampshire beat Portland 9-2. Bowie over Birmingham 10-0. Harrisburg over Richmond 3-2. Somerset over Erie 2-0. Tennessee over Rocket City 9-0. Mississippi over Biloxi in 7 innings 11-2. Wichita over Tulsa 7-1. Pensacola over Chattanooga 4-3. San Antonio over Midland 12-6. In 11, Birmingham over Montgomery 14-8. Reading over Hartford 7-4. Altoona over Akron 3-0. Springfield over Arkansas 6-4. Frisco over Arkansas. Northwest Arkansas 8-4. Amarillo, not Armadillo, 7-5 winner over Corpus Christi. And let's go to some high A scores. Boom. Hudson Valley over Brooklyn 5-0. Jersey Shore over Wilmington 8-1. Fort Wayne over Lake County 7-6. Greenville over Winston-Salem 2-1. Asheville over Rome 9-0. Lansing over West Michigan 6-2. Go Lugnuts, yay! Wisconsin over South Bend 7-4. Great Lakes over Dayton 9-6. Quad Cities over Peoria 8-4. Greensboro over Hickory 5-2. Hillsboro over Tri-Cities 5-3. Beloit over Cedar Rapids 8-5. Bowling Green over Aberdeen 13-11. Vancouver over Spokane 12-6. Tri-Cities and Hillsboro were rained out. And finally over Low A, which I think must be the D League or something. Fort Myers 4-3 winner over Jupiter. Tampa over Clearwater 12-5. Palm Beach over St. Lucie 10-3. Carolina over Kannapolis 6-2. Daytona over Bradenton 8-6. Down East over Fayetteville 4-3. Augusta over Myrtle Beach 4-2. Lynchburg over Delmarva 5-2. Inland Empire over Visalia 6-0. Salem over Fredericksburg 5-0. Fresno over Modesto 5-3. San Jose and Stockton 9-8. Lake Elsinore and Rancho Cucamonga 8-5. And Columbia and Charleston's game was suspended. Goose eggs in the bottom of the second. Columbia and Charleston were postponed, as were Dunedin and Lakeland. We have a chance? Yes, we do. We got a big chance. Okay. Let's get you some more scores from the other football, which is called soccer. In the European Championships, Austria over North Macedonia 3-1. Netherlands over Ukraine 3-2. England over Croatia 1-0. Copa America, Brazil over Venezuela in Group B 3-0. International friendlies, Mexico and Honduras, goose eggs. Tanzania 2, Malawi nothing. Zambia over to Sudan 1-0. Women's international friendly, Japan over Mexico 5-1. Costa Rica over Guatemala 3-1. In the playoffs on the National League Soccer, it was Hartlepool United 1, Stockport County 0. World Cup qualifying Asia Division, South Korea over Lebanon 2-1. Austrian A-League, Adelaide United over Brisbane 2-1. In Brazil, Series A, it was Atlético Mineiro over Sao Paulo 1-0. Flamengo over America Mineiro 2-0. Atlético Paranaense 1-0 over Gremio. In other Brazilian soccer, Internacional over Bahia 1-0. Capicoense and Ceará tied at goose eggs. Fortaleza over Sport 1-0. Red Bull over Fluminense. Red Bull got their wings, but ended up in a 2-2 tie. In Norway, Bold Glimt over Midtjylland 2-0. Lillestrøm over Haugesund 2-1. Sharpsborough and Brann tied at 0. Strømgodset and Rosenborg 2-1. Viking FK 4-1 over Vålerenga. That is that for that. Okay. Let's no, I didn't want that one. We finish on a thrill. We finish with baseball. Yep, let's finish with some baseball if we can. And we go over this way. Let's do it like we let's go top score. Okay. Boy. I feel sort of stuck tonight. That's what happens when you eat a little too much. You get a little stuck feeling. Spain. Spanish playoffs, Barcelona over Real Madrid, 89-75. In baseball, the Akut Swallows over the Fukuoka Hawks, 6-4. Takahashi got the win for the Swallows. He's 1-0. Wada got the loss. He's 4-4. Oric Buffaloes defeat the Hiroshima Carp 9-8. Matsui got the win for the Buffaloes, 3-4. Takahashi got the loss. He's 2-3 for the Carp. Hanshin Tigers 6-5 win over the Rakuten Golden Eagles. Gunkel got the win for Hanshin. 6-0 is his record. Hayakawa got the loss for the Golden Eagles. 7-3 is his record. Cebu Lions over the Chunichi Dragons 4-3. Neil got the win for the Lions. He's 2-1. Fukutani got the loss for the Dragons. He's 3-6. Chibalati Marines over the Yomiuri Giants 5-4. Ojima makes everything simple. 3-2. He got the win for Chiba. Sugano got the loss for Yomiuri. He's 2-4. And the Yokohama Bay Stars over the Nippon Ham Fighters. How can you fight a ham? Can somebody explain that to me? Imanaga got the win for the Bay Stars. He's 1-1. Verhagen got the loss. He's 1-5. And let's give you the winners in the Korean Baseball Organization. Then we will say our good nights to you. And we don't say good night yet. We do have to make a little tribute. Lottie Giants over the Kia Tigers 8-6. The KT Wiswang got down and funky with the Hanwha Eagles 6-3. LG Twins over the Doosan Bears 2-0. Kia Tigers over the Lottie Giants 6-3. Samsung Lions over the NC Dinos 5-3. And the Kaiwoon Heroes over the SSG Landers 7-3. And before we leave tonight, we want to thank you. We want to thank you all for sticking with us through thick and thin and fat and skinny and crazy and not so crazy. We're bringing insane comedic ways of doing sports, and we'll be back to normal tomorrow. Before we go, we want to say big old thank you to subscriber number 100. She's a wolf mama. That's right. It is the Adventures of Piper, and because she is our 100th subscriber here on my YouTube channel. we will send her a t-shirt, a button, or a commemorative plaque which states the congratulations for being our 100th subscriber. And a little something else from me as well. So there you go, folks. We say thank you for all your faith, all your friendships, your continued support of our channel, and we're going to continue to improve that in this program by leaps, bounds, and humor. In fact, we're going to go back to what it was before, which was more funnier and more bizarre. Trust me. Next week, I'm going to expose something of myself. I love comic books, and I'll show you some of my comic books next week. Thanks, everybody, for watching. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports and YouTube. We're back tomorrow night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern. I am the Baxman. Thank you for tuning in. Adios. Good night.